She thought you'd never walk away. She believed that no matter how many times she disrespected your loyalty, tested your worth, or treated you like an option, you'd always be waiting, hurting, and hoping. You stayed, you fought. And in return, she pulled away, weaponized your emotions, and punished your devotion. You are numb, angry, and confused. This video is for the man who has finally had enough. The man ready to turn that pain into power. Because when a woman doesn't value you, there is only one way to hurt her. Not with revenge, not with words, but with unmistakable results. This isn't about making her jealous, it's about making you unreachable. We will learn how to shift the energy, reclaim your peace, and rebuild in silence until your glow haunts her memory. Comment below, I choose peace, because by the end of this video, peace won't just be your choice, it will be your power. The 6 strategies to become unreachable. 1. She hates when you're unbothered, break the cycle. She expects you to panic, chase, and react. That's the dynamic she controls. When you stop orbiting her and refuse to give her your reaction, you break the cycle. You become untouchable, not through performance, but because you are genuinely unavailable for emotional manipulation. The power move. You choose your peace over her drama. You stop explaining yourself. You rebuild your mornings, your discipline, and your focus. As you evolve, your growth exposes her stagnancy. You hurt her not by shouting, but by healing. Not by ignoring, but by transforming. 2. Ignoring her kills her control, the mastery of indifference. She used to predict your every move. Now there is only distance. The man who used to orbit her world now has his own sun. You ignore not with malice, but with mastery, the kind that comes from self-respect and demands no explanation. The power move, she will test your reaction with crumbs of attention and fake emergencies. You don't bite. You replace reaction with reflection, excuses with execution. She thought your time was free. Now she realizes she lost access to a man who finally chose his purpose. 3. She can't handle your detachment, access denied. She thought your withdrawal was a temporary tactic. But this time, you walked quietly and decisively because the version of you who once needed her attention no longer exists. Your detachment is your truth, the power move. You've stepped out of the emotional loop. You don't beg, you build. Your peace is no longer something she can interrupt. Your absence isn't temporary. You've moved on to the better version of yourself who respects his boundaries. She can't handle your detachment because it removes her leverage forever. 4. You stop explaining yourself, the loudest answer. You used to explain everything, why you cared, why you stayed. You defended your truth as if it needed validation from someone who never valued it. The power move, now you say less and do more. You stop explaining because you realized she never truly listened. You don't explain your boundaries. You live them, you're not being cold, you're being clear. The loudest answer a man can give is no longer needing to speak. Your silence is the boundary she cannot argue with. 5. You're genuinely happy without her, the ultimate proof. You made her the center of your universe while she made you an option. Now you wake up with clarity, building, reading, and grinding. You found joy in discipline, in choosing yourself over begging for breadcrumbs. The power move, you didn't just survive without her, you thrived. Your happiness without her is not just peace, it's proof that you've rewired your mind. Your now is solid, she regrets it because she realizes if you can be this fulfilled without her, she never had real power, she only had access. 6. She loses when you level up quietly, the haunting glow, she expects your pain to be loud. Public heartbreak, rants, and desperate posts. But when you level up quietly, you crush her expectations. You vanish not into chaos, but into construction. The power move, you hit the gym to rebuild discipline. You read to upgrade your mindset. You don't speak your revenge, you live it. You erase her ability to insert herself into your narrative. You built a life where she doesn't exist. Your silence becomes sacred and your evolution becomes louder than any caption. Conclusion, claim your armor. You were never weak for loving her, but you will be if you let that pain define you. Your choice is clear. Stay stuck in confusion or rise with clarity. It's time to build a life so solid she couldn't shake it even if she came back begging. If you're serious about never being controlled again, you need the right tools: emotional control, power, and peace. If you are serious about this transformation, comment I choose strength below right now.